without further ado, let us, first pause the good old Poly Bridge. Thank you, Adrian Talons, for playing us in. But okay, without further ado, now, let's hop straight into it, shall we? New game, time to get back in the groove, get our digits warmed up and ready to go here. Ah, the voting is on. Interesting. Oh, that's cool. We can change the voting. Well, disconnect. There we go. Just for now, we'll leave that off. Try and get some practice in with the regular game. And then we can potentially turn that on a little bit later in the stream to have some fun and let the silly times ensue. But okie dokie, we start with Brine Potion and Bouncing Burst, as well as Fire Bolts as our explosive charges. So not my favorite items. I definitely prefer bombs or magic missiles, but at the end of the day, we'll take whatever we can get and hopefully ride this to victory. Oh my gosh, it's a good omen. We immediately got the ride on the minecart down. That's always a good sign for the future, right? That's never backfired completely in our face before or anything crazy like that. That'd be insane. So with that in mind, let's get going here, shall we? Ooh, hold up. Friend, if you could leave me alone for a second. The Ukos Kiwi. Small rock makes you feel very charged. Okay, I am slightly concerned as to what throwing that may do. Also, I've never noticed that these carts rust a little bit in the water. Very cool. Seen oxidization at work there. Also trying to get my speaking working, since that's always a bit of a hit or miss concept. At least at the very start of the stream. Should do my vocal exercises, unique New York, all that good stuff. But that's a decent amount of cash, so I think we will break our way into here. Looks like we might just light everyone on fire real quick. If I could get some of these shots actually bouncing around. Beauty. Oh, I guess I have to gain... Oh, please. A little bit chaos, but I needed to grab the money before it too kind of either expired or burnt away and fell to the bottom of the dungeon floor. That looks all good now. Do love how fast this buddy is shooting. Oh, whoops, I was actually going to take that. Great play on my part. Real smooth. Can I get the bounce? Beauty. Don't think we'll worry too much about that 10 gold, even though it does all add up. Not gonna lie. We'll just see how it goes. Progressing on our own, want at least 300, but I'd love to get, 500 plus territory before heading into the first Holy Mountain Shrine here. And, yeah, we'll go underneath. We'll just keep kind of doing our zigzag back and forth. Hate this. This is always one of my least favorite enemies to run into early on, especially when we don't have any water on us, but maybe, just maybe, can... Oh, what? Oh my gosh. Did not see another fire-based friend show up suddenly. Whoopsie daisies. Is Firelord number 1 down for the count? Oh no, I was about to say apparently so, but that is not true. There we go, now they are. I feel like I can't touch any of that orange liquid. That looks a lot like the firebug blood that we are usually trying to avoid, and I should not be taking silly damage like that. But again, this is the warm-up run. It's all good if we end up failing out a little bit early. Hopefully it just means the next one can be that much smoother. But we'll try our best here at 23 health. Oh me, oh my. I love this one because it shoots very fast and the bouncing effect is really fun and visually stimulating. At the end of the day, having something like the Spitter Bolt that can actually one-shot targets is generally a little bit more useful in practice, at least for myself. one shot, one kill territory, even if it is a little bit slower, is generally what floats my boat. Oh. Have to be careful not to blow this up in our face, which is harder than you would think when your bullets are bouncing around everywhere. Like, even that one could have set off this explosive box. So let's just get the heck out of there before anything too terrifying happens. I was hoping to find another wand in our journey here, if not a giant pile of cash that we could just be fortunate enough to come across in our journeys, but it's not looking too great in that department at the moment, eh? So we might just have to move on to start off here. Oh, geez, I'm surprised that didn't deal damage to me. But I'll take it. Thank you, my little whole spirit friend, for taking it easy on just a poor beginner like myself. So kind, so thoughtful. Let's start heading maybe towards the potential locations of the mountain shrines here, so we at least could have a bit of an escape route planned out for if the worst should happen and we end up falling into one-hit territory, though we are awfully close already to that distinction, I guess. It's wild how much of this game I spend with the glowing red border around the entire thing. Porting some of the earlier streams as episodes over onto the YouTube channel very much has demonstrated that, seeing as how the majority of the like default thumbnails that YouTube picks when I first send things that way is just a red screen for the most part. Okay. Nope, nope. Oh, jeez. Oh, I am slightly poisoned. Let's fix that. It's a sad day when even 2 damage is too much damage. But there we are. We have access to our portal, or at least just about. There we have it. We do, I guess, have over the minimum requisite that I kind of ballparked and spitballed at the start of 300 gold. At least enough money to buy wands if that's what happens to be on sale in the first area here. Cannot afford to kick you because I think the final explosion would murder me. Though it pains me to admit it because I do like trying the odds here, rolling the dice and seeing how much cash we can bring into things. Is there any reason why I'd want to get rid of my brine in exchange for water? I don't think so. I guess I could top off with water. Get just a little bit of a concoction going. The final explosion is 25. Oof, then yes, I'm glad that that's the decision that we came to. This is not an any ghost % run, Monka. Not yet, but don't you worry. We'll be putting the Twitch integration back on before the end of things here. Decided I wanted to try and mix it up a little bit just so I don't get too comfortable. Don't start resting on my laurels, since at least last week, chat was far too nice and kept giving us good results, which, don't get me wrong, I was very grateful for. But for warm-up here, we're going back in with just the usual routine, and we'll see how she goes. Fire trail with a bunch of spark bolts. It's not a bad wand. Spells per cast is 7. Interesting. You may not be able to hang out, but you hope I do well. Thank you so much, Safid, and thanks just for dropping by. I appreciate it a whole lot. I hope you're having a fantastic week, of course. Also to you, Bugenzer. And anybody lurking in the background, too. I hope you're all having a fantastic week here as we get over the hump. Oh, let's see, is there anything else I want? It's a bad one. Wouldn't be the first time I got things wrong. I guess, yeah, because it fires off all of them at once. We'll give it a shot, though. And this one, I love the trigger bolt effects. It's relatively cheap, so I could pick it up just to steal some of those for a future concoction. Don't love the stats on this bad boy either. I guess that's one thing I didn't really check out here. The recharge time is 1.77. Ah, So that might be a bit of an issue, which we did see as we tried to demonstrate it here. Spamming, you see the recharge time, but we'll figure it out. Oh, and I can set myself on fire. That's not great for me in particular, but we'll figure it out. You found a pair of artifact gloves. They gave you HP and MP for blind reading or coughing and thought, this is my dream item. That's really fun. Is that in trunk right now in DCSS? And that's why it's a bad one? Yeah. That's what I get for not reading the fine print, or the not so fine print, before rushing into a purchase. But that's fine. We'll figure it out as we go. Hopefully we just stumble upon some good ones. Still very much learning my way around in that aspect of the game and trying to figure out what else, or what exactly is or is not great. Teleportitis is a wild ride, but I don't think we'll take it. The 20% less damage is great, don't get me wrong. But Toxic Immunity, that sounds like something that I specifically could find useful, because I'm generally having a little bit of a hard time keeping out of the toxic sludge here. Let's head on. I wouldn't mind getting some kind of digging wand is always nice, just so we have some recourse for getting to some secret wand sections or chests or whatnot. This is just impossible. I guess I could probably light this on fire, right? Excuse me, friend. I was trying to light some coal on fire, if you don't mind. Keep ourselves warm for the evening. Teleportitis is a thing even high experienced players step away from. That sounds about right for me. Green ice cream. Yeah, indeed, Safid. But yeah, no, I think I took teleportitis once and I was just confused the whole time. Half the time when I got hit, I thought I was dead and just confused as to the sudden change in spatial location. But, you know, we'll let that simmer for a bit. Let's move forward and just try to keep moving in a safe and measured manner. Can try out this wand, at least for like first shot. If I want to get really finicky with everything here, we could just constantly fire off one of those and then switch to our base wand to finish off the fight. I'm terrible at pinpoint landings. There we go, we did it. It's all about small goals, so that we can at least accomplish something in life. Can I squeak by here? Always put myself out, I guess. Start dousing if things go poorly. Ah, and that's about right. All of our work, all of our efforts, if we're not. I didn't take too much fire damage, so we're in a good spot still moving forward. I also have to remember that I'm allowed to stand in toxic sludge now. That is very handy. I feel like I'm very much partial to the various immunity effects in the game, just because I so often find myself in the midst of them. If I could also get immunity to fire, for example, oh boy, would we be in business. Ooh, stop that. Stop that. Let's take care of this son of a gun. Quickly pop up for air. And, ooh, trigger on magic arrow. Now that I can get behind. I don't love the wand. I don't hate it either. If we can just put 3 pretty solid spells on here, then we don't mind the shuffle. Then that's definitely better max mana. The recharge time is still higher than I would like, unfortunately. Let's even just give this a quick shot, shall we? At least it has a decent amount of damage. We can get a little bit closer to actually being able to one-shot a few of these critters. Excuse me, friends. You know what? This is not working. Back to basics we go. I think, unfortunately, it's still just a wee bit too long for me to feel comfortable firing those off, at least while I'm still warming up in terms of my own accuracy. I feel like I'm just going to miss with the majority of the green arrows, and then we're stuck in a little bit of a troubling spot. Something's going on here. Whole bunch of shaking. Still kind of getting to the bottom of what that's all about. I felt like it might have been a sign of like worm activity or something like that. Maybe when we get close to certain special areas, like where we saw that special lab and the tentacled monstrosity of our nightmares. go. Oh, actually, if I could pop this real quick, that would be great. Oh, geez, not so great. Run. Quick swap, hot swap between a few different wands. Does that kind of work out? Not too shabby. And as long as I'm being careful not to light myself on fire too much here. Look, if I'm like you, I can't aim. Snipers aren't for us. Machine guns are rockets. The noob tubes embrace it. Maybe, just maybe, we'll have to. Give me a magic missile any day. Don't have the twitch muscles these days. I'm too old for the shooting game, I guess. Snipers are a young man's game. Oh gosh, get me out of here, coach. That's one shot away from death. That's less than ideal here. If I get nothing from first floor, it's often a smart move to put a projectile spell into the second one, because it's quite fast, but you have to look at your mana. Oh right, that was suggested at one point last time and I completely forgot, but taking advantage of the really low cast delay and recharge time on these Sensi guns probably would have been a fantastic idea. Definitely something we'll have to try and keep in mind a little bit more. Try and be cognizant of as we move forward. Yeah, I was afraid that might happen. But hey, there we go. Warm up out of the way. Shake out the jitters. Get the blood pumping. The brain a tumbling here. And okie dokie. Let us set off into a new one here. Maybe get one of our favorite starts. But if not, we at least can keep in mind we can always put our abilities onto our second wand, and we need to pay attention to those stats when we're buying wands. We don't want to have buyer's regret instantaneously like this time around, but here goes. Let's hop back in, shall we? See where we start off today. It looks like Firebolt again, which, again, not my favorite, but that's fine at the end of the day. And just your regular old magic bolts. Bit of a return to form. Let's get going, shall we? Excuse me, French. It's not gonna be... whenever it's upside down, it's a little bit harder to ride our cart into victory, but that's a-okay. The air is filled with fungal spores. Is it now? I guess thanks for letting me know, game? Don't know what that means, but I'll have to give it a shot here. Maybe even it says it every time and I'm just lacking in basic observation skills. All of these are possible. We'll crawl back and forth a bit here, trying to find some goodies. Gold wands, treats of all kinds. Excuse me, friends. Ooh, we got some sort of activity. Oh gosh, and that's going to open up a gateway into heck there. Get me out of there, coach. Excuse me, friend. Tells you about a special area modification. Okay. Very interesting. We do see a shop here. Teleporting cast? I don't think so. Personal gravity field. I never seen that before. Critical on burning is kind of interesting if we can get it to pop off. But generally I've been staying away from those very conditional criticals just because not quite at the stage where I can consistently get the effects that I want in life. Where are you going, you coward? Come back here. Oh, jeez. Right, we don't have poison immunity. Gotta remember that that was an artifact of last round, and that we have to be slightly more cautious here. Some kind of potion? No shortage of potions on display these days. Or, I guess, activatable items. Again, our little lightning rock. How about that? And I see fungus. See some fungis. Is this steel? It is steel. Oh, geez, okay. I see how you work now. Good to know, good to know. We'll keep that in mind for the future. And again, can't aim worth a dang, but I'm sure we'll get it all sorted. We'll figure it out one of these days. Can I at all safely get that wand? Guess there's like a lot of oil up here. Okay, give me a moment here. Let's put on our problem-solving caps. Can I hit this? Ah, I can. And it blows up like all mushrooms do, of course. Can use the lantern for wood to, yeah, burn into the top here. And then, here's what I was thinking. Let's experiment a little bit. Put this blood on top, or this water on top of the blood, rather, temporarily here. Just quickly leaking out all of our fluids. Hopefully gonna grab some of this back at the end. What I was going to attempt is stealing this oil. Seeing what happens when I mix toxic sludge and oil. Oh geez. Oh no. Oh wait, don't pour oil on myself. Oh, I'm gonna die. 9 health. 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh, great start. Absolutely killing it. Didn't see the lantern dangling in front of my face. Never shoot when you can't see what you're aiming at. Let's see, if I mix this in, it turns it to water. Well, how about that? How about that? I mainly just didn't want to get rid of our water, so I left it over there to retrieve it later, but if I'd known that this was the outcome, it might have been okay. And it's just torch. Don't know how I feel about that. Not a bad wand. Good Castellan recharge time. Decent mana, at least compared to what we currently have available. Regardless, we're taking it, but let's see. Anywhere I can quickly dump some oil water. Oh, there's more oil here. There we go. We can return it home to its family. In fact, yeah, let's do this real quick. It's gonna be real tough for us to collect the gold from that kill, but does make it work out here. Wasn't oil, there was a mix of oil and water in the flask. So, okay, so the water neutralized the poison, and I just happened to have a little bit in the bottle. Well, that's good to know. I didn't actually expect the water to completely neutralize the poison like that, so that's very much new to me. I thought it was more of a dilution process, but that seems pretty fantastic. Do you know what? I'm not going to bother with you. You're in a weird corner that I feel like you're just going to sprint out of suddenly. Should I keep heading through the mushroom area? Probably not. That seems like a ticket to sheer death and destruction. And turns out that most of it is pretty gated off by toxic sludge and whatnot, so let's instead just take a yonder back over this way. And see if we can't find a way down. We can always just start blasting at the end of the day. Ooh, another wand, eh? Can I get to you without killing myself? That's the real question at hand. Especially, okay, we know there's a shotgunner just off screen now. That seems like useful information to have. I can just shoot a couple of these down here real quick, just free up some space. Trying to keep an eye on this son of a gun. I also don't want to accidentally shoot. Oh, that was a very lucky critical. Didn't want to shoot the lantern that was sitting in front of my face there either. That very much seems like the usual MO for me. We still can't get in there, hey. Such small particles that are in our way now that I feel like we're gonna have a hard time breaking into this little vault. Ooh, that might have done the trick. Let me in. Perfect. Okay, so Castellan recharge time, exactly the same as our starter wand, but it is just a better version of our starter wand, so I'll take it. Nice amount of bounce shots. Oh no, can I make my way back out of here now? Sure hope so. There we go. If I just keep firing at this perfect angle with the natural spread. We don't have the health for this. That's right. That's the thing they don't tell you about bouncing shots, is they're very likely to bounce right into your feet and face. But okay, not the best in terms of money for leaving area 1. Definitely better in terms of wands than we usually are, at least with the luck we've been having lately, and only 2 health. I think I have to just cut my losses here. Got this son of a gun, and there we go. We do get to buy some stuff. Horizontal barrier. I don't know about that. I do like spitter bolts myself. Haven't taken pollen in a long time. If you have like a lot of these on a wand and you can create just a force field that no enemy can walk through, that's always kind of nice. Maybe we'll just take triple scatter spell for the time being. Pollen is able to dig. Ooh, that's interesting. I haven't actually seen that before. Well, we have the money, so I think I will buy that. I will buy triple scatter for now, just so we can try and maybe get a little bit more experimentation going with our wands today. And what else? I don't trust myself with torch, so even though that is probably fairly useful, at least, you know, as a utility slot, I think I've got to cut my losses, call it short. Maybe we'll put pollen on here. We can try using that with dig or with the dig effect that it has. Figure out how all that stuff shakes out. If I do this, that's pretty nice. I do have to be really careful of explosive materials or, you know, anything that we can shoot and accidentally put ourselves into an early grave, but as long as we avoid that, we should be good. Explosion of brimstone. Have to be careful, digging only short range and not near enemies because of the homing effect. Good to know. Yeah, we'll try our best. We'll see how it goes. Again, knowing kind of myself and knowing our previous experiences, it's likely that the first time I try to employ any strategy, it does hurt myself, but we'll give it our all here, shall we? And I think I might just save up for the moment. You gain double the gold per nugget. Ooh. Interesting. Almost all your spells bounce around and last longer. What would you do with this? You'd have an absolute field day there. Enemy radar, you can sense nearby enemies. Okay, it's interesting. I feel like money is probably what speaks to me the most here. Try and build up some success for the future, especially since going through the first area, we made so little money. Maybe try and counteract that. Bouncing spells seems really fun and good in a lot of cases. Like with this, it already bounces, you know, we know what to expect, but I'm suspicious that I'll put that or have this get a lightning bolt spell or something and shoot myself in the face. So maybe we'll go with greed. The most important thing Noita teaches is that it will ever find a new way to kill you. Oh yes, there's always something new and exciting that is eventually our demise. Don't get me wrong, we've also died to the same thing multiple times like a complete fool, but I can definitely agree with you there. New and exciting ways to meet your demise. And you know, I don't need that gold that badly. I guess we could go for a careful hover. Okay, not bad. Let's just keep her moving here, shall we? I am liking this this current effect that we have going for us. Excuse me, friend. I was very busy. Also, it's a lot harder to see your green projectiles when I'm just absolutely filling the entire screen with green projectiles, but we'll try our best, I guess. Oh yeah, see, what the heck is this? I don't even want to touch it. That seems like a very scary place. I like... You know what? You're going slower. That's a bit more reason. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Sneak through here. No, nothing special. Just something... Oh, just had never seen it before. Thought for sure we might have been on the cusp of greatness there. I do want that money. And oh me oh my. If you all take each other out, where the heck am I supposed to get all of my living wages? Oh, and I see that rock spirit was summoned by an enemy with this wand, I would assume. How about that? Well, I guess I don't really need my spark bolts. Yeah, let's trade this out for now. Also change these. Excuse me, friends. Was not expecting company. Trying to do some housekeeping around the place. You know, clean up these wands. You gain double the gold per nugget. Why do I feel like I'm gaining the same amount of gold? I might be missing something here. Ooh, but I do like what I see. Might just say 10 there, but go up 20. If we look, we're at 248. Ah, and it does actually put us up to 268. So it doesn't say it in this notation down here, and instead just fills up our wallet in the back end. That is absolutely lovely. Hello, friends. Stop that. No, that was very much fitting. I feel like, again, the majority of times that I find those rainbow explosive buddies, that's exactly how things go down. And that's fine, I didn't want that fancy potion anyway. Well, let's just head back out here, I guess. So many of these little dynamite pals. I didn't realize that we could actually shoot their shots out of the air. That is very satisfying. Quick breath of air, get more gold. And we'll just... Oh, I was gonna say keep it moving here, but not that direction, of course. Silly old me, but this way. Not too bad so far. I'm just happy to still have the majority of my health with us at the moment. And before we immediately blow ourselves up and lose the majority of it, but at least for the time being here, for the briefest of moments, we were happy ones. Oh geez, lots of excitement as always. I almost don't want you to blow yourself up, because I would like to get the gold for the kill. Thank you, friend. So thoughtful of you to acquiesce to our demands. Yeah, I do like the triple shot on this. I wish there was a slightly more powerful effect. But don't we all at the end of the day here? Should also refill my jug real quick while we're in this pond. And we'll just keep her moving here. Where did you go, friends? Ah, hello. That is, in fact, where they went. Sounds about right. You gonna light my whole world on fire? No, maybe not. Wasn't that a nice treat? Max HP is fantastic, though. I feel like I don't have a good internal gauge of the rarity of that in particular. Sometimes it feels like I'm seeing them all over the place, and other times it's, you know, one per floor. Though to be fair, we're also very often times running for our lives and needing to retreat slightly earlier than planned or expected. So probably a bit more fair to keep that in mind. Oh jeez. Never like it when you have the artillery above you like that. You never know when bombs will start raining down from the heavens. You, on the other hand, friend, I can deal with. Ooh, where did all that come from? We must have accidentally blown up. Stop that. Oh no, this is not a safe place to rest our laurels either. Slow and steady, shall we? At least do our best to achieve such results. Does look like we've at least found our portal. We're feeling desperate. Don't get me wrong, we're getting closer to being on that side of things. This is all just wood. Let's burn it all down, shall we? Oh, not a good time to take a sip of my drink. Never mind. Thought we had a brief moment while we watched the world burn around us, but instead, immediately back into chaos and panic mode. Hello, my slimy friends. Okie dokie. Again, just the briefest of moments before everything immediately heads back into DEFCON 5 here. What have you got for me? Really low cast delay, high recharge time, decent max mana, and pretty decent charge speed as well. Unfortunately, not quite what I'm looking for in life at the moment. Do I prefer it to this wand, I guess is what the question becomes. Much better cast delay for much worse recharge time. No, I think I like our purple buddy just a wee bit better at the moment. Might have to leave you on your lonesome here for the time being. In the game, do you really want us heading out of here? You're trying to tell me something? Warn me of some kind of impending doom? Potentially. It looks like we'd have to do some creative digging or something to get ourselves out of this mess. With some more stuff in pocket. Carefully walk across here just to see. I mean, it's not bad. 666 gold, so that's not foreboding in any way, shape, or form. We could potentially make it up there if I actually did a proper jetpack charge here. Rest for a moment. Okay. If we're feeling risky, this is available. Not a bad idea, probably. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I regret everything I've said in life. This was a bad idea, and it's very scary. Whoa. Okay. So, let's just pop our way up here real quick. That went from 0 to 60 real fast. But we should have a relatively clear path back to the Holy Mountain. That shotgun buddy we just passed notwithstanding. Oh boy, there we go. That's nice at least. What have we got here? Ooh, really low max mana, high charge. I think it's a little too low on the max side of things there. Complete opposite, so we've seen both sides of the spectrum. Now I want something that's just right. It's okay, it's a shuffle, I guess, and not as good as I was initially hoping for. And this is again one of those low max, high charge. 60 is a little bit better, but still not quite what I'm looking for in life. So you're my last shot. Wow, everything has very extreme stats. Which, don't get me wrong, could be okay. But not for us at the moment here. I was hoping to buy some spells in this shop, actually. But that's fine, just lots of money for rerolls, I guess. Glass cannon, spells are 5 times more powerful, but maximum health becomes 50 and cannot be increased by normal hearts. Okay, I think I know myself well enough to know that's probably not great. Firing newly found and unmodified wands heals you. Or spells deal 3 times damage when you're under 25 HP or 25%. Doesn't say if it takes whichever one is higher, but I guess it is an or, so if 25% is higher than 25 health, it should still take effect. Regardless, let's take advantage of all of our saved money, shall we? 4 times gold when we get incidental kills. Extra item is okay. And vampirism, lose 25% maximum health, can replenish by drinking blood. Blood doesn't affect satiation level. I'm interested, for sure. I like the idea of being able to heal. We already have a good max, so we'll basically still be above where we normally would be at this stage, even if I take it. Let's try it out. It's fun and interesting. And save our cash once more for the future. we'll see how it goes, because ice caves is where things get pretty wild. Middle before the reroll would be good, because it would heal you if you find a wand and use it. Right, I definitely, for similar reasons to vampirism, I could see it being useful for us here, just to give us some recourse for healing up after we injure ourselves. I feel like I don't have a great concept of how often new wands appear, so I think I might have been downplaying it, or downplaying the effect a little bit in my head. That's good to know. I always appreciate having someone around in chat who's played a little bit more than me and has a greater understanding of some of those aspects and how they're at play. Note to self, kill more things with icicles. Very cool. But so if I like come here, drink some blood, wasn't watching my health, but it's not like we were too high up anyway. Did I just puke? Huh. I don't know what I accidentally ate then. Whoopsie daisies. You gotta pay attention when you're shoving things in your mouth, otherwise you never know what's gonna happen, I guess. Good life lesson to take from our video game today. Let's charge up real quick, try and do some burst fire on our magical jetpack. The chili egg. Egg feels cold. Okay, that sounds about right. Think I could have told you that much, game. The chili egg is in fact cold. Scientists will be thrilled to learn of this new revelation. But let's get ready to head on down. That's a beautiful icicle to drop right on top of somebody's head. Ooh, and there's a wand for us if we can get there. Excuse me, friend. Oh, and we got some snipers. Sniper, get down. Ooh, sniper is down. That's not what I meant. I wasn't actually talking to you, friend. It was more of a self-reflection, but interesting. Triple scatter, accelerated homing, and pollen. Ooh. Now that's interesting. It is shuffled, so we're not going to get the triple shot at an appropriate time ways, but this seems very nice. This is the type of wand I was talking about earlier, where it creates kind of just a bubble shield that enemies have a hard time getting through, blocks their projectiles too. I do like that. Now I'm wishing I'd stolen this pollen off of here before moving forward. Let's see, I don't really like this wand at the moment. Yeah, do you know what? We can keep this one. Probably still going to throw it out at some point here. This sounds lovely. Find a summon rock, and I'm big ahead. I'll have to take your word for that. I have no clue what that may be. Oh, and I see. Okay, so it actually... Oh, it digs very well. Oh my gosh, look at that. So do we have any need to go through the level like a normal human being here, or should I just constantly make my own path in life, eh? Regardless, this bad boy right here, I mean, it looks like we have a bit of a wormhole, so never mind, but I was about to say that we can dig our way into this wand, so that would be a lovely opportunity. Concentrated light, a pinpoint beam of light. 30 mana, 10 damage, does an explosive bit of damage. Interesting. Short range homing, and cast 5 spells in a pentagon pattern. Oh, I'm very concerned about how this will go. Let's find a nice open space to test this out, shall we? Do something like this. That didn't seem too bad there. Doesn't fire especially fast, but... yeah, that seems kind of nice. Keep to our pull-in buddy for the moment. Definitely keep that in mind as a good damage. We'll do high damage, good to know. We'll give it a shot at the very least. Oh, that's not what I was trying to do. I guess, okay, it still kind of worked. It ended up homing all the way there. Ooh. Don't mind if I take advantage of this little cache of cash. Drink some blood. Oh, geez. Get out of here, friend. you could come this way. Oh, I should stop running into my own pollen. That's probably for the best. What's going on with you, friend? Also, I see it's the ice that's kind of messing me up as I just constantly slip towards my own demise. You, friend. Wish I had a slightly better wand for this fight. Oh gosh. Don't get me out, coach. I'm not too proud to turn my heels and just run for my very life. Maybe dig through here. I'm trying to think. That looks like something blood-stained. I need some loose blood, please, and thank you. I should remove the 5 cast to get all shots in the same direction. Yeah, as soon as we're able to. That definitely seems like a brilliant idea to me. Oh, I think that's potentially started homing in towards an enemy. Stand back from the walls that I'm digging through, potentially. Excuse me. Pollen, please. Get out of the way. Go, Pollen, go. That's why we have to be careful when there are enemies nearby. Make sure they're not seeking back into us. Like if somebody cropped up behind us right at this very moment. But I do need blood. Oh, hey, blood. Just a wee bit, though. A little bit more here. Interesting. I was kind of curious what the healing rate would be. I assumed it wouldn't be too incredible, out of fairness. Does seem like that may be the case here. Is this some blood I can drink? Gain 1 health back? Hurrah! Staying alive. Sure, that will be the difference. Regardless here, let's start digging our way through, shall we? You need a good amount of blood to heal, yeah. Starting to grok onto that, unfortunately, so does seem to be the case, but we'll figure it out. Oh, definitely don't get hit by that or them. Oh, I was going straight for the portal. I saw we were down to 1 health. I thought we might have a chance or an opportunity. Okay, slightly better than round 1 for the day, but still have some progress to go. We at least got a lot of tools there, got some really good wands. Now that I understand how good pollen is at digging, I definitely am going to be on the lookout for that as another really sweet tool to take advantage of. In fact, we could probably get rid of our bombs a bit earlier, since I don't use those very much for combat or anything, and it is a utility. We'll see how it goes. Kind of depends on how the dice roll here, so we'll give it a shot.